after the scene that Udoma caused Ichilax Gorbachev had to take him out of there kicking and screaming. Obanisa tried telling the people that Udoma's not high, but clearly they did not have it because it was obvious. And here is Gloria crying her eyes out, guys, and begging Odintle to give her the job back. Here is a Gigaba fan club and making her understand it wasn't her fault, that the interview went south and that her words were twisted. But there's nothing Odintle can do at this point because Utumani made the decision to fire her. And for the first time, I really felt sorry for Gloria because I know the hard work she's been putting in this and how passionate she was. So it's really sad. Moving on to Omamba, he was really angry at Uduma, guys, to the extent where they had a back and forth fighting and arguing, and it ended up in Omamba kicking him. I mean, really, guys, Uduma made it clear that he does not regret anything and that the pressure that Omamba put on him is the pressure that got him to going back to drugs. And he actually told him straight up that he is better than him, and that's when Omamba took his foot and had it flying on Duma's chest. This is hectic. Moving on to Jose and Lindiwe, they seem to have had a decent conversation until Lindiwe mentioned that Banotlamulo they're back together and that everything that Jose and everyone else was saying about him was true. And Jose obviously wasn't happy because he was like, but why are you going back to this guy, knowing very well that he's a criminal? And you could tell that the expressions recent all over his face says a lot of him being disappointed. But what can you do, guys? Here is Ustivovo and Obanisa talking about what happened at Chilax, and Obanisa asking Ustivovo to actually convince the people from Soweto, or Chilax rather, to vote for Umamba and to keep being on his side. And he was not having it because the damage is greater than he can control. Moving on to Utlingiwe and Ubonisa now. Ubonisa asked Utlingiwe, in fact, threatened Utlingiwe and told her that if she doesn't talk to Utumani, then she might lose her job. Concerning this whole thing, Iyagaduma and her doing another interview, and Utlingiwe was not taking that threat lightly. She made it known that she will not be threatened, firstly, and secondly, she will abide hard if Ubonisa decides to push and decides to threaten her. But I'm not surprised. I mean, Utlingiwe is hardcore, guys. I don't know what Ubonisa was thinking, but it clearly didn't work. And here is Lindiwe telling her mom that they are gonna get married, and Ndlamulo wants to pay. He wants to come up with that money and pay for amalobolo wake, and the creche thing as well coming in place, and everything falling in place. And it seems like Gongema, it's a happy time, and it's a time for so many things to be celebrated. Obviously, Uzinzilo was very happy about that because her dreams are finally coming true. And moving on to Uduma and Lusima. Now Uduma made it known that he really messed up, and Lusima asked him why he overdosed, and he was like, well, I don't know, it so happened that I overdosed and all like that. There's always excuses rather when it comes to this. And I just feel like Osimo is gonna be in so much trouble once this comes out, guys, because it's here Uduma is gonna break the silence eventually and let it be known who gave him the drugs. So Sima's gonna be in trouble. Moving on to Gloria and her man. Now Unozi decided to start a fan club of her own. The friends we keep, though, how can your friend do that to you? Like, this is some backstabbing 2.0. But I'm not surprised. I mean, it's clear that she was around because she wanted to get something, and this made Gloria so sad, considering the fact that she was fired and she can't do what she's passionate about and something that she started herself. Yo, this is hectic. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in, and let's just hope Gloria will get to a better place and they're gonna take her back, because this is really sad. Please do subscribe, comment, like, and share this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you next time.